So you're thinking about making the move up to Boise, Idaho. Well, today in this video, I'm gonna highlight three neighborhoods that I am super excited for that I think you should keep an eye on so that you choose the best place for you and your family when you're ready to make the move. What's up, guys? I'm Chase Dolan, your Boise realtor, and I help people make these sorts of moves from other states up to Idaho every single day. If you have any questions at all throughout the video, all of my contact information will be down below. But the first neighborhood that we're gonna talk about is one that I know people have been excited for about the last decade or so, and it is just getting started. We're going to talk about Avimor out in the foothills right on the border of kind of Boise and Eagle. Avimor is located right up Highway 55. You're going to be about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Eagle. Avimor is a massive project. Currently, there's already 840 acres entitled for development here in the near future. The total Avimor kind of project and the trust that everything is in actually has 23,000 acres sitting there waiting to be used. But when they're creating this project, open space and living in the foothills, that nature emphasis has been a huge part of this. Even in the areas that have already been developed and the current plans kind of moving forward, they're preserving at least 60% of the space for the development just for open space. They do not want this to feel like a completely congested, just extended portion of your typical suburb. Like I said, Avimor's been going for about the last decade or so there are some nice established homes right in their little community center. They've been releasing new phases at a slow but sure pace over the last few years. In the current area that they're in, they're going to be planning for around 660 home sites, everything from big kind of view lots all the way down to some more like patio home style. The community already has some great amenities with a big community center with areas that you can rent out. There's an actual branch of the library in there. There's an indoor pool. There's a nice fitness center. There's actually an outdoor pool in the neighborhood as well. You're going to have 8 parks kind of spaced out throughout the neighborhood. And there's also a nice amphitheater and event space that Avimor offers. As of filming this video, they already have a charter school up and running for the community, but there are more schools to come. With the location of Avimor, as well as just the population that it will add to Boise and Eagle over the coming years, they're gonna have their own elementary school, I believe a middle school, and we'll see if a high school comes. Those tend to come pretty slowly up here. And I know I've mentioned that this is kind of in between Boise and Eagle. It's just out kind of more in county land right now, but it has been going through an annexation with the city of Eagle. So keep an eye on that, but everything up in Avimor is self-sufficient. But outside of all of these amenities, the main draw and the people that I've noticed are the most happy up in Avimor are those who are ready to take advantage of the foothills and the access to over 100 miles of trails in Avimor itself. The foothills of Boise are one of the best things that we have to offer here. It gives you access to all sorts of outdoor activities just outside of your back door. There's places for dogs to go, that you can go for a hike, go for a run, you can go mountain biking. The possibilities truly are endless. So if you're somebody that likes to get out and do those sorts of things, this is the best place for you. Now, the trade-off with having access to that and being a little bit more separated out of town is you do have a little bit of a commute into those services that you may use on a day-to-day basis. So a part of the development plan is going to be to add some of those services in Avimor itself to make it a little bit more self-sufficient. Already, they have a gas station and convenience store, they have a coffee shop, they have a brewery and a restaurant, and these are just the beginning. Right in the heart of Avimor, they have a big plot of land that hasn't been developed on yet that they have slated for a massive live-work kind of space. Think of this as your plaza type of place. So on the main floor, you're gonna have commercial, you're gonna have retail opportunities, and then up top, you're actually gonna have residential places. And a really cool thing that I don't think many people know about, and I just learned about over the last year, is in Avimor, they're gonna have a total vineyard and tasting room over the coming years. And that's going to be a really cool thing to have, again, right in your neighborhood. But even if you want to get out of Avimor, you're not super worried about the self-sufficient side of things, or over the next few years as things are getting built out, you want to make sure that you have access to these. You're just about 10 to 15 minutes up Highway 55 from downtown Eagle, and you're just going to be about 10 minutes away from Home Depot, from the grocery store. You're going to have a coffee shop. You're going to have a few different restaurants. In my opinion, Avimor has kind of struck that nice balance of being separated from a lot of the hustle and bustle, but you are just a very short drive into everything that you'll want. I also do know over the coming years, the area from kind of Highway 55 and State, where some of these things are, up to Avimor, they have slated for a lot of commercials. So again, Who knows what everything will look like in a decade or two, but this is a place that's just going to become more and more accessible. Now, talking about current availability, as of filming this video, we are in phase 11 out in Avimor. Resale homes right now are starting in the mid 400,000s, with brand new homes starting closer to those mid 500s. But like I said, there's a nice diversity in the type of home and the type of lot that you can get out here. So there's homes with some nice views on bigger lots that can get all the way up into that $2 million range. One of the things that has made Avimor unique over the past few years is they actually have their own builder team that they've been using. But you do have the opportunity to work with various custom home builders on those view estate lots. And then Tresidio, one of my favorite builders up here in the area, currently has their own phase out in the northern part of Avimor. Availability, though, is one of those things that changes all the time. So depending on when you're watching this, we could be in a completely different phase. So drop me an email. I'll send you kind of where things are at as you're watching this video, but Avimor is a really cool opportunity to check out. The next community that I want to talk about is actually just down the road on Highway 55, a little bit closer to town. We're going to talk about good old Dry Creek Ranch. So Dry Creek Ranch is another big development in this foothills part of town. It's going to be a Boise Hunter Homes development, and it's been going for a little bit. When all is said and done, they're going to have over 1,800 homes spaced out over around 1,400 acres. But a quick way to sum up what Dry Creek Ranch is and what it offers is that it's a neighborhood that has luxury level homes. You can really build the home of your dreams on different size lots with some great views. But the big draw is the one-of-a-kind amenities Boise Hunter Homes and the development team did for Dry Creek Ranch in particular. Like I said, they put an emphasis on large lots. They really wanted to keep a lot of the open space. They have access to their own trail system, just like Avimor, and they also have a community farm that you can use as you live in there for some of those fresh fruits and vegetables. Now, Dry Creek Ranch is going to be a little bit more of that suburban style living. These are in no way horse properties, but in Dry Creek Ranch, they have a full equestrian center with some stables. They actually have somebody who oversees this portion of the neighborhood, an actual professional. And currently under construction, they have their brand new Dry Creek Ranch Community Center. This is going to be a brand new, just under 9,000 square feet community center for the neighborhood to enjoy. And it is going to have all sorts of amenities. It's going to have a new fitness center. You're going to have a kids playroom. It's going to have an actual catering kitchen if you want to host an event. There's going to be a coffee bar. There's going to be a lounge, conference room. Your HOA's office will be in there. But then there's going to be a massive new 100 by 45 foot outdoor pool. Around the pool, you're also going to have some fire pit lounges. You're going to have some grilling stations. And then in this same area as the center, you're going to have a soccer field. You're going to have basketball courts, sand volleyball. You're going to have a playground. You're going to have a pavilion. And of course, fastest growing sport in America, you're going to have some pickleball courts. Now, Dry Creek Ranch has been being built out for quite some time now. So you're going to see in the center that there is a little bit more of an established neighborhood feel. But they do have some current availability in some new phases going on right now. It's really split up into two main areas. You're going to have the hills at Dry Creek Ranch, which are going to be located kind of up on the foothills. It's kind of scaffolded as the neighborhood goes up. Lots in the hills are going to be closer to that 1/4 of an acre size. You're going to have a ton of floor plans to choose from. And one of the things that Boise Hunter Homes does really well is they have some massive square footage plans that fit on these lots really well so that you don't feel tight and kind of boxed in. And homes in the hills portion of the development are going to be starting in the 900,000s. Now on the other side, in the other new phase, you're going to have the estates. These are some of the best lots that we have in the entire valley. The estates are going to be 1+ acre home sites. There are some that different custom builders have. Of course, Boise Hunter Homes has a ton of them. But to be over in these acreage size lots in the estates, you're going to be looking around 1.8 million and up. There is a phase next to the estates that kind of gets jumbled in. That's almost a nice middle ground between these two, where you can find half-acre home sites kind of starting right in the middle around 1.4 million. Again, the main builder in this neighborhood is going to be Boise Hunter Homes, and they are a fantastic local builder that we have here. They're known for some of their big developments around the valley, and they have a great selection of floor plans that can fit your needs. Like I said, they're going to have some high square footage ones. They're going to have single levels. There's a ton with RV garages. And when you build with Boise Hunter Homes, it is the full build process. You get to make the home really what you want it to be. You get to choose your lot, your floor plan. There's the design appointments. It truly is a great experience. Timeline as of filming this video is they're seen from contract sign about 8 to 10 months until you're ready to move in, which is pretty standard for new construction, especially on this scale right now in our valley. Just like with Avimor, availability can change, so drop me an email and I'll send you that list of kind of where everything is at. As of filming this video, some of the best lots over in the hills phase just became available. So these are going to back up to that BLM, or the Bureau of Land Management land, where you can go out, do all of your outdoor activities. But the main thing here is you won't have a back neighbor. These types of lots are not the ones that'll sit around for a long time, so I highly recommend take a look, see if this might be the best fit for you. And with the location of Dry Creek Ranch, a lot of it's going to be similar to Avimor, but you are just about splitting the difference between Avimor and downtown Eagle. So everything's going to be just about 5 to 10 minutes closer. And shifting gears away from the last two, which were both on that Highway 55 kind of Boise Eagle foothills line, we're going to shift into a premier foothills neighborhood much closer to downtown Boise. We're going to talk about Eyrie Canyon. So Eyrie Canyon is a neighborhood right in those Boise foothills that I mentioned, but you're going to be just around 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Boise and everything that it has to offer. The entire neighborhood is going to be just around 106 home sites, ranging from 1/4 of an acre all the way up to a full acre. In the neighborhood, you're going to have a community pool, you're going to have a clubhouse, you're going to have a dog park. You're also going to have access to walking paths. There's going to be a city park right down the road. And you are just a couple minutes in an easy golf cart ride from Quail Hollow Golf Course. Just like the others, being in the foothills means you have access to foothills and all of the outdoor activities: walking, biking, taking the dog out, whatever you want to do. Now, Eyrie Canyon is towards the end of its availability. It has been going for a while, so it's predominantly resale homes, but they are doing their last little strip of homes right on top of one of the ridges, Phase 11, and being on top of that ridge, there are some awesome view lots available. The lots themselves are going to start around that mid 400s to mid 500s, and homes out here in Eyrie Canyon are going to start around 1.4 million, and they can go all the way up depending on the view, the size of the lot, and the size of the home. There are some at that top end around 4 million. So if you're looking for a little bit more of that luxury style neighborhood, Eyrie Canyon is a special place. But there you have it. Those are 3 neighborhoods that I think you should keep an eye on if you're making the move up to Boise, Idaho. If you have any questions at all, maybe you saw a neighborhood that you're super interested in, or something is missing and none of these really hit the mark, all of my information is down below. Shoot me an email. I can find something that works for you, or I can send you that updated availability. That way you actually know what your options are. And if you liked watching this video and you learned something, I mean, if you made it this far, hopefully it didn't suck, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you are the first to know everything you need to know about living up here in Boise. But go ahead and watch this video that's popping up. There are 3 more neighborhoods that I think you need to keep an eye on, more out towards Eagle, and I'll see you all on the next one.